Okay, I'm here today to talk about Call of Duty Mobile and Activision and Tencent Games. Did you know that they're actually breaking the law? There's a man named Angry Joe Reviews that has done a video on it. If you go over to his channel, looking up Angry Joe Call of Duty Mobile, you'll find the video, first or second video, and he'll go in basically saying that the game is rigged. There's this lucky spin, and right now there's the KN 59, some shit like that is basically something you can get. It's a legendary weapon that you have a 0.18% chance of getting, which isn't very lucky. There was a bunch of YouTubers had gotten together to try their luck on the lucky spin, and what happened was most of them quit after the 5th or 6th spin, but there was a YouTuber who kept going until he got the skin, a operator, if you will, and he spent $3,000 or more trying to get that skin because it would go up by 100 each and every single time you spent. So it starts out as 40 COD points, whatever the fuck it's called, and then it goes up by 100 each time. I would have to guess. I don't know. I haven't done it. Basically, what I'm trying to get out to the world is that Tencent Games and Activision are breaking the law in the US because there's a law stating that video games aren't allowed to promote gambling to children, and there are children playing Call of Duty Mobile, and Activision is actually promoting by doing what they're doing. Now, there's one reason why I can think of why they're doing this, and that's greed, which isn't a good thing, but it's definitely not a bad thing. I can understand greed, but you're making a shit ton of money on the games that you make for PC and console, because I'm pretty sure that Black Ops 4 is still $60, and then you've got Black Ops 3 Deluxe and Super Deluxe or whatever the fuck that are 100 and 150 or something. So to say that you're running low on money is complete and utter horse shit. So they're not doing bad on money, so why else would they enter the mobile genre, right? I don't know. But if you're wondering when this law started, it was when when people were outraged by what EA was doing with the loot boxes and all that in Battlefront 2, which Angry Joe has also touched on, if you want to see that. I'm not trying to plug him, it's just he's pretty well informed, so he'll do a way better job at telling everyone what I'm trying to tell you now. Anyway, moving on. Basically, the summarization is that Lucky Spin is gambling, and children play Call of Duty Mobile, making it illegal. Now, the loot boxes in the game. Microtransactions have also been they've made it illegal. So, well, not necessarily illegal, I should say. Microtransactions are allowed to be in the game, just not in gambling form. So, loot boxes. basically what's going on is Call of Duty Mobile has shit like M4 Werewolf Box, where you have like a 1.25% chance of getting the M4 Werewolf or something like that. It's a really low chance, but what Angry Joe has apparently touched on is that Activision and Tencent Games have essentially hidden the actual percentage from the people. They've hidden the fucking percentages from the people. Ignore that, by the way. That's my fucking cat being a little shit. Anyway, so basically the percentages that you see in the loot boxes aren't actually the percentages that you're getting. It's apparently lower. And that's annoying. It's also gambling, and it's also microtransactions. So, you know, we as gamers, the people who were born before microtransactions and all this other shit, fucking loot boxes, everything, we need to get together and we need to stop this shit, because it's getting fucking ridiculous. I think it's time that we put an end to gambling in video games and microtransactions and loot boxes. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be hard, and there are going to be people who were born after microtransactions, as in loot boxes and gambling, who will stand with people like Bethesda and Tencent and Activision and EA and all these other motherfuckers. But if we work hard enough, we actually might be able to stop it. But people are going to need your help. We're going to need everyone on this, because in order to stop it, it's going to take quite a bit of time. It might take a few years at the very least. Actually, I should say about a few months at the very least, about a year or so at the most. So yeah, as gamers, I'm calling upon you guys, and I know that you guys don't fucking like me. I'm not asking you to do this for me. I'm definitely not, because I don't give a shit if you like me or not. I'm asking you to do this for your video games, even though most of the people that watch my videos are probably the ones that were born before the GameCube and Sega Genesis and original Xbox and all this other shit. So, you know, they'll probably not side with me, but if there's anyone who was born before that, help other gamers out. I am begging you. Help the gaming companies out that are keeping away from the microtransaction, loot box bullshit, and gambling. Help them out. Help gamers out. Let's get this shit out of our games. Because there's a dark age coming. In a sense, where video games are going to have more and more transactions of loot boxes and gambling and all this other shit. And it's not gonna stop. People are going to keep trying to get away with it. And with people like Activision and Bethesda, who are multi-millionaire assholes that don't give a shit about their communities, there are going to be a lot of problems. But who knows? Maybe if we put up enough of a fuss, we can get a Senate or someone, anyone, to listen to us and illegalize these fucking microtransactions and all this other shit. That way you've got to earn your way to getting this stuff instead of having to fucking buy it. Because I don't know about you, but I'm poor as shit. I don't have money to buy a bunch of crap. And another thing, there's a mobile game that's $250 fucking dollars on the App Store. And it's not even a good game at that. The fucking pictures are that of Minecraft and a shooter mixed together. That's all you're getting. Oh, and it's also low poly, so, you know, yeah. That's $250 Shut up. English is my first language, even though I'm American. If that's the way you want your games, then fine. But I don't want my games that way, and I'm more than certain that there are a lot of you that don't want your games that way. So let's do something about it.